to the end zone.
Parkey with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Buccaneers, nothing. Cody Parkey sets the kickoff.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
2nd and 12. At the
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. 3rd down here. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
6-yard line.
They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Good. Makes the score Browns 21. Buccaneers nothing.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. With it on the return is Logan. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well. But
a moot point there as they were able to connect. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. Then he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Mayfield on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They go with Chubb on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
For the field goal, a 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the route is on. It's 24-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking downfield for Godwin, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Incomplete.
Chris Godwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into
double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play fake. Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Complete to Kareem.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
On the play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. First down
on play action. Now Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
A gain of 22.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Tampa Bay.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Brady again. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
26-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Brady letting one go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 36 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
J. Logan on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't...
Touchdown, Tampa Bay!
Brady's pass.
Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the night. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
Thrown away.
Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Carlton Davis picks it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd and a couple. Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
Back at the 18-yard line.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mayfield looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. But I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down. The left side completion to Jones. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
At the 11-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Brady, he'll find Jones again, complete. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now.
No good.
Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
This pass complete to Higgins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Caught left side. It's Beckham. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.